Apple mark, honestly. But you see, you hear my cat right now, y'all. This bitch, or I said this bitch, that bitch, what'd you call it? Um, the front desk person and a bunch of other fucking weirdos that were trying to bully me and attack me in this building and shit. Like all these weirdos are getting caught up tonight. A lot of these weirdos are getting fucking caught up tonight. When I tell you they're getting caught in tonight, they're getting caught in tonight. I got a notification today from early on around the same time that they usually try and break into my apartment, right? That they broke my apartment. What'd you call it? My camera, they came in real quick, as in when it was lagging to break it off, trying to play it off like it's my cat, right? They wanna give my cat catnip and induce all sorts of heat in her, right? And that's why she's acting all weird and strange and shit, and she's not herself. He literally is being stifled by addiction and all that shit. So I have to cut that shit out and send it all back to sender. All the weird cat hell addiction shit is going to them. These niggas and idiots bitches that can't fucking live, since they can't live without it, right? They can't live without the hell that they're creating on these animals, right? So now all that hell that the animals are going through, not the human hell, not the entity hell, no, animal hell. That's where those stupid bitches and niggas are going. Do you understand me? It's so much and far fucking worse than Gehenna. It's so much and fucking far worse than petrification. You understand me? These people think it's a game. I was ready to go collect fingerprints from everything, but then I realized, oh, right, I have enough evidence. So I'm here to make sure that it's fucking clear the kind of bullshit that they've been doing. And we know so much fucking more. However long they lived, we got records on their whole fucking existence. We know shit about their parents. We know shit about their grandparents, their uncles, nieces, nephews, bitch. They're all going down together. They're gonna learn what it feels like to get sacrificed by your own fucking peoples. Tonight. We are young. Ass energy. Since it's a game, since it's a joke, since it's so fucking hilarious, I be all day and nights. All day and nights. Obsessed. Obsessed with what? Creating an inferiority complex for themselves? How much stupidity must you hold as a human being to really try and challenge someone who you feel inferior to already? You already feel inferior to the person you're trying to attack. Then you want to go ahead and find out just how inferior you really are to that person? Well, they fucked around and found the fuck out. And guess what? That's not all. They were busy touching shit, fucking with my shit. I don't know what the fuck they had around, but they were bringing in their disgusting, dirty ass, ugly ass energy around me. Bringing all sorts of flies and gnats. Making it extremely difficult for anyone to survive. Meanwhile, they're thinking that what? They can survive half the shit they're putting people through? Talk less of animals. Talk less of people around them. Then they want to think that what? They're not putting themselves through some bullshit too? have their own problem. And they're going to learn tonight what kind of problem they are. String cutter persona breaks connections between allies to weaken them. Silent knife persona, going back to sender, destroys quietly without warning or visible evidence. But guess what? It's a back to sender, right? Because there is visible evidence. That already failed. So now we know what the reverse means. Tashebi, it failed. But this is the part where they think that it passed, right? These are the things that they thought worked out for them, right? Well, that's going back to sender. Whatever allies that they thought that they had are going through the craziest shit. They don't even know where the fuck it's coming from, how the fuck it's happening. They don't have time to deal with whatever nonsense those culprits are doing. They don't have time. They're too busy trying to find the culprits in their own lives. And guess what the fuck it is? It's those dumbass bitches and niggas that thought they could cover up their fucking crimes. So guess whose fucking strings are getting cut? Yeah, Debouché and Hollow Crown Soda in reverse. Failed. So they're all their fucking fake ass allies or false ass allies, those people who pretended to be allies with them, are realizing that pretending isn't getting them anywhere. They're not that great of an actor or actress, okay? We watch a lot of fucking movies, okay? We watch TV series all the fucking time. We know when people are acting and when people are terrible fucking liars. And these bitches had been seen through. They lived their whole life thinking that they're really getting away with their lies. I have never seen a worse actress and actor ever. Ever. I'm talking even Lucifer that fell was far better of an actor, actress, dumbass energy than these stupid people are. Or individuals. They wanted to hold visible authority with no real substance, but they wanted to use appearance for control. Now they can't because people don't know where the fuck their appearance is not there. They're not appearing. They're not at their job. People know when they're skipping work to go around and fuck around with shit that isn't theirs. People know. It's so fucking blatant. It's obvious. Sorry. Sorry to the neighbor that just moved in. I'm sorry you have to hear this. They want to act like they held some sort of visible authority. Ivy, them and their dumbass wanted to look like an authoritarian. They wanted to seem as if that anyone gave them any kind of power. No one took them seriously. No one. Not even nobody. No one. I don't know what kind of lie they told themselves to convince themselves that anyone believed as if that they had any kind of authority. I don't know. But they were the only ones believing their own lies. Another failed fucking energy projects this position as duty to circumvent true action. desiring to be coveted through false positioning, debauchery, or whatever, debauchery. So, I mean, they wanted to make it seem as if that they were like, people envied them. They're busy making less than poverty line, living life like an idiot. People are watching them thinking, God forbid I have children like that. People are clenching their pearls around these bitches and niggas. And they're going around thinking that, what? They can convince people that who is jealous of what? Of what? A poor lifestyle? A sad reality? I mean, it really takes breaking into people's apartments. Like, really? It really takes trying to cover, trying to put gnats and flies, working with fucking shit, actual poop, human feces, bruh. What difference? What is the difference between their dumbass and the crazy ass meth heads on the streets who eat their shit, who shit on the streets? What is the difference? What is the difference? Because their ugly asses isn't realizing just how ugly they are. Bruh, niggas will get hard over a tomato if it's shaped correctly. They think they're fine. Bitch looks like a piece of bark. Projects disposition as duty to circumvent true action. Acting like they wanted to pretend as if they had to do it. They just had to do it. But really it's debauchery, isn't it? They wanted to act like as if that anybody else had the same problem. It's like those dumb whores don't understand that their STD is incurable. It's incurable. And even if there was a cure, bitch, the bitch would pay top dollar to get that cure and die the day before. Isaiah 5:11-12, Ephesians 5:18, Surah 7:1, Manusmriti 7:45, 10 evil acts, third body evil. So I be they're possessed or some shit like that. Something possessed them to go ahead and start doing some dumbass shit. So they want to blame the devil. They want to blame what made the difference. They're like trying to act like, oh, like, what is it again? They're trying to act like, oh, yeah, they're trying to blame God as to why they're in a different position than those homeless meth heads that eat their own shit on the streets. So God is going to show them that there's really no difference. And it's going to be a physical thing now. Since they wanted to obscure reality. So God gave them a position to benefit their own lives with a time frame. They wanted to sell the time frame for them to position their lives correctly so that they can act as if that they just had to. Bitch, please. Balance breaker. Intentionally destabilizes groups to seize leadership. So that's what they thought that they were going to do, huh? That's going back to sender. Whatever kind of destabilization of grouping it is going to end up in their body. You understand me? Their own balance is going to be destabilized. Even if that means they lose a fucking leg, if that's what they mean by balance. So they're limping. And you know, it could also mean their fucking head. It can mean their mind. It can be their body, anything. Anything that held balance in those stupid individuals' lives is being the balance is being set free. The balance is thanking me and God for being set free. The angels of balance are like, thank you. Finally. The angels been wanting to cut themselves out of that situation a long time ago. You know, it's contracted, right? It's a contractual obligation for angels to take care of human beings. Watch how these stupid motherfuckers break their own fucking contracts with the angels assigned to them. The angels are in fact thanking God, continuously praising God for letting them, the angels, elevate away from those false contractual obligations now. Bait layer Sona. There it is. Leaves tempting opportunities designed to trap. So the tempting opportunities may not be tempting the other people. It may not be tempting me. It may not be tempting the neighbors. But it is for sure tempting all sorts of fucking entities like gnats and flies, roaches, rodents. And that's how they were trying to trap people, to get people sick. Because that's how their vagina smells like, or dick. It's attracting flies, gnats, rodents, and all sorts of crazy ass shit. They're trying to bypass it. Like I said, their STD is incurable. Yeah, bestialis. There it is. I couldn't make this shit up. They want to attract animals to them sexually. Sexually! They probably fuck whatever dog that is in sight. And I don't mean that dog in a nigga. I mean a real fucking dog. They would fuck horses, goats, anything. Anything with a penis. Anything. Acts against natural order. Sexually harasses animals. Exodus 22:19. Surah 780 through 81. 10 evil acts. Third body evil. Trapdoor key persona. In reverse, it failed. They thought they had the power to drop someone's security to ruin. They thought they just could go around acting like anyone would be insecure around them because they thought they had any kind of authority to assume any kind of superiority, because that's what they think authority is with their dumbass bitch-ass brains. They think authority is when someone asserts superiority over. That's how you know they fuck animals. That's how you know. Because no one in the right mind thinks that authority has control over anything or anyone other than what God has control. God is the only one with authority. The power that be, the energy that lives, you can't control that shit. No one has control of that. You see systems fail all the time. Governments collapse. Kingdoms fall. The fucking meteorites can strike at any. How many times must I say this? No one has control the way they think that they do in this fucking world. Amen. They really think they're realistic with their bullshit, huh? They really think they're doing some shit, huh? Yeah, schemer, demonic, there they are. Deliberate sabotager of order and organization. Tries to cover up hopelessness. So that's what it is. They were, like I said, they're using something. They're hopelessly using something. And they're trying to use it to tempt energy that is negative. So like gnats, flies, all that shit. impurity. They're using whatever hopelessness it is that they are to attract whatever impurity that they feel would falsify power of intentionality. So, like anyone who's deliberately trying to succeed in their life with good intentions, they're trying to act like whatever hopeless ass energy that they're holding, that they're eating, that they're shitting, that they're breathing, that they're seeing, that they're hearing, that they're going through, that they're experiencing in their lives, is supposed to attract impurity to other people around them, and so on and so forth. So, like, imagine if their own fucking mother, right? Their own mother, their own father is trying to come visit them and give them a gift from the soul, from the heart. That's how their parents will die. Because it's too pure. It's too pure to be around them. Their own family members they're trying to sacrifice. And every fucking day, their own family members are realizing that the bitch, the nigga, is a fucking psycho. Psychotic. It's a psychotic disorder. Proverbs 16:18, James 4:6, Surah 16:23, Bhagavad Gita 6:4. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Coin flipper persona in reverse. It failed. They wanted to make decisions appear random while trying to ensure their own benefit in the situation. What I just say? They don't control any kind of order here. So they wanted to make it seem as if what? They had any kind of benefit in the situation? In randomness, in the power of... Do you hear when I say power? That's an angel. That angel is being set free too. Thank you, God, for that little data and tidbit of information. What I'm getting straight from God is that these bitches in high school or middle school or some shit done already bullied at least 1 to 3 people to death. So now investigations are being opened up because those parents of those children had been waiting day and night, praying, asking God to reveal the culprits because they know their child was happy at home. They know that they did everything to take care of their children. And now the police is waking up, realizing that these bitches is not the first time they're doing this shit. They got blood all over their hands. And niggas too. And in between as well. Yeah, silent knife persona in reverse. Destroys quietly without warning or visible evidence. Yeah, they thought they could destroy quietly. See what I'm talking about now? The destruction they wanted to cause in my household was a disorder that they believed that I wouldn't see. They thought I wouldn't notice how everything was slightly tilted, fallen type shit. How everything was quiet, like, you know what I mean? Like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck I've been through. These motherfuckers have no idea what the fuck I've been through for me to remember every detail of everything. Bitch, I could draw you at least 50 realistic oil paintings of everything I've been through, back to back. Do you understand how long it takes an oil painting to dry? I could keep on going. I'm not going to say it that way. String cutter Sona, another failure. Breaks connections. They thought that, yeah, there it is. That failed. So now that's a failure too. That, like car dealer persona. Yes, that's another thing. They wanted to copy, they wanted to copy the energy so that they can pretend and try and seduce people. Bitch! Like I said, the niggas and bitches that they attract would fuck anything. They don't need to lie about who they are to seduce those dumbass niggas and bitches that they attract. They don't need to. They can go ahead, fucking tear up their clothes and present their penis and vagina. Let it be quick. It'll be over in a second. Right? Don't scream, bitch. Don't shout. They wanted to make it seem, they wanted to turn it at me. They wanted to turn it at me, right? So when they're getting ass fucked, I don't want to, no one wants to hear people, and especially not the rapists that they attracted to themselves. Do you hear me? Not the police, not the FBI, not their parents, not the government. No one will give a fuck. Since they thought it was a game. Child, isn't that what they fucking wanted? To get fucked? Like they're an animal, like a cat in heat? Like a bunny? With all the free space they had? Car dealer persona distributes options knowing they all lead to personal advantage. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't know what a fuck an advantage is even if it fucking raped them. Yeah. Yeah. Veil persona in reverse. It failed. Keeps personal motives. They thought they were keeping their motive obscured behind constant distraction. They thought they were distracting people from seeing, you know, what the fuck they were doing and why the fuck they were doing it. Like people who ask them, so why are you doing that? And they're waiting for them to tell the truth because they already know. We already know. Motherfuckers think questions are only for the reasons why they believe their logic works. They think that their reasoning, their brain activity, their psycho activity actually makes sense and out here in the world. They actually sit there and fully believe that every day. Profaner stews in disgratification, in distraction. You see, mocks innocence in vain. So as they're laughing at minors, making fun of them, you know, they're the type of person to grow up and little children. Like they're the type of bitch and nigga to kidnap little kids and force them to get raped by animals so that they can go around and act like, see, you're not so innocent anymore, like that. Yeah, yeah, you heard me. You heard me. At some, give it 20 years. Give it 20 years, you'll see them, right? If they're walking in the streets, before you know it, they'll get caught up. The police will find them. They'll be like, so you're the little bitch. You're the little nigga that took little Tiffany, little Katie, little Shaniqua, little Luca from their house so you can make animal and bestiality porn, right? And what would they do? Please, 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 I don't want to hear it. Back up. That shit is never gonna happen now. You see why I do this shit? Because now No one will have to wait 20 years. Because we already know. It's called a profile for a fucking reason. These motherfuckers think they can racially profile. That's the reasoning. These stupid niggas and bitches really think that they're an expert in everything, bro. In everything. They really think they're an expert in everything. They think they're an expert in technology. They think they're an expert in fucking artistry. They think they're an expert in fact, in anything at all, actually. In anything, including investigating. Or hiding or covering or even worship or even spell or even witchcraft. They think they're an expert. Yeah, unmerciful. Demonic, again, blocks others' lifestyle to transfer interest. You see what I'm saying? Let me explain to you what interest really means, right? Interest is whatever takes in your effort, attention, energy in any kind of way, including monetary, without your visible acknowledgement. You don't have to acknowledge interest. The interest is there. You can act like the VAT tax doesn't exist, but you're still paying it. You can act like the government isn't real, but it's still here. That's what interest is. So their interest in whatever is taking all their fucking energy, whatever demonic ass fucking presence in their fucking body that is forcing them to think those psychotic ass thoughts, these ones from the cards, right? Those psychotic ass thoughts that we already knew they had from the beginning of time. We knew they were going to have these types of thoughts because they wouldn't be able to help it. Not because they weren't genetically programmed to not help it, but because they already decided. We just saw it early onset. It decided. That's why timelines exist, okay? So whatever interest it is they have, so it could be interest in witchcraft. So they feel like they have to keep doing whatever the fuck they have to keep doing, which is, let me tell you what witchcraft really is, right? It's that assumption that whatever swift, crisp, smooth operator, smooth criminal energy that they have, their play on words and their play on actions are. That's what witchcraft is. It's a play on words, play on action energy with some dumb ass, obvious show of disgrace. That's what, it's never been real, bro. It's never, witchcraft has nothing to do with magic. That's why there's two different words, magician and witch. There's two different words. So they want to block other people's lifestyle. They want to block people from living their God-given life, from living their God-given purpose, so they can go around and force people to now be interested in the same bullshit that they're interested in. That's why it's unmerciful. Because why the fuck should we know about witchcraft? Why the fuck should we feel as if eating our own shit would somehow hurt someone else? They will get diseases. That's dumb. They're the ones poisoning them. They're killing themselves. But But they want so badly to make everyone believe as if it's hurting. Of course it's gonna hurt other people. Are we not on the same planet? Obviously they believe that they're in Mars or something. Holy crap, bro. Attempts to dilute importance of sensitivity and trust. They really try and make it seem as if, let me tell you what desensitization really means. It means that when they're trying to kidnap children so that they can force them to be raped by animals, that they'll look at you and be like, you're not sensitive to this, are you? You don't mind this, do you? Yes, do, bitch. I mind. I'm very sensitive to it. Yeah. Very. And that's what they want from other people. Do you understand? So when they're slicing their wrist and asking you to do a blood pact with them, they're looking at you in the face and being like, you don't mind, do you? You don't mind doing a blood pact, do you? Yes, I do. What the fuck? I don't want to catch no motherfucking HIV from your dumbass, STD ass, bloody ass, disgusting energy. The fuck? I do, my that's disgusting. Do that shit, that's crazy. They're so stupid. Holy shit. Bro, we build educational facilities. We really invested in the foundation of education. Like, you see the hopeless ass energy? Like, this is how they make teachers feel, bro. Like, holy crap, like, they really, like, you, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, people poured, bruh, you know, just today, I was picking out some tomatillos, right, from a basket of tomatillos that was just brought in, right, to work. And it smelled like pure sweat. It smelled like sweat. When I tell you it smelled like sweat, I'm telling you, people put in hard work to pick those tomatillos and make sure that they were fresh enough to provide to the community. Half the fucking population of San Francisco now has our tomatillos. That's how much hard work and effort was put in just today. People put blood, sweat, and tears into working on this planet, making sure that everything is in balance and people are safe, that we are treated with decency of human rights. And it's bitches and niggas like those whores that ruin it. They kill us. They're killing us. All because of what? In vain. In vain. Because they're fucking psycho. If you ask me what they're getting out of this, be ready to hear it. Because you're about to hear the answer. You know what they're getting out of this? Nothing! They're getting nothing! That's why it's so fucking psycho! Zechariah 7:9 through 10, Romans 1:31, Surah 19:14 through 17, Bhagavad Gita 16:2, 10 evil acts, 3 of mine. If you think, if you as a human being are thinking, well, they must be getting some sort of satisfaction. I promise you, bro, sis, auntie, uncle. No, I promise they're not getting any kind of satisfaction. No kind of satisfaction. Every day they live is a miserable ass fucking reality. That's why they can't fucking stop, because they're deluding themselves into believing like it's giving them some sort of sense of satisfaction. Let me tell you what that is. It is their dopamine endorphins that they get from the adrenaline rush that they get from doing the shit. It's not actually feeding their system any kind of real satisfaction. It's a fleeting, vain-ass cause. And then guess what? The endorphins and the nervous system and all of what they're using to supply themselves dies. It's dying. So it's getting worse and worse for them. So they're not receiving any kind of endorphins anymore. They're not getting any dopamine anymore. It's actually really boring for them, but they feel like they have to keep doing it. Why? Because something that possessed them to believe as if it's going to do something for them, whether it be in the long run or now. Chess Master Sona in reverse. They really, oh my, holy crap. Bro, they really, let me just read the card. They thought that they could seek, because they can't see it, they thought they could seek any kind of relationship or an event as a part of the luck. As a part of the long, let me just read the cards as it is, okay? Sees every relationship and event as a part of the long game, and that's what failed. You see what I'm saying? The long game. Signal sower persona in reverse, it failed. Another failure. And this is them either eating all their shit. That's their failures. Remember, they're consuming their shit, and then they're shitting it out, and then consuming it again, regurgitating it, and then eating it back up, because that's the beast that they are. Now that's the mark of the beast. Signal sower persona. They thought to plant small pieces of information to grow into rumors or panic. See? That's what failed. They thought that they would make up some sort of stupid ass fucking rumor to try and make it seem as if they thought they could before life smacked them in the face. Veil Weaver persona in reverse, another failure. Covers events with layers of misdirection type shit. They thought they were covering events with layers of misdirect. They thought anyone would be misdirected. You know what they really look like to anyone with sense, anyone with a mind, anyone with body, anyone with brain? They literally look like they're covered in actual human feces, butt naked, looking ratchet as fuck, running around, trying to spread shit. And everyone's like, ew, please, go. And they're trying to make it seem like that's us. They're trying to make it seem like it's everyone around them but them. And that's where they're deriving what they think is narcissism from. They're thinking people are going to believe that they're a real narcissist. People are looking at them like the dumbass bitch and nigga that they really are. Thinking they're coming for anyone, really. Talk less of me, an earth angel chosen one from God, sent by God. Mind you, I was sent by God. I really never understood like how to explain the message, because I saw the message descending. You see, I saw it. And it was clear to me that that's where I was supposed to go. Turns out it was inside my mother's womb where I was born. Because I hold memories of heaven and past lives on earth. But mind you, I also got memories of hell too. So Ghost Rider persona, this one's going back to sender right now, speaks through others' voices to push their own agenda. So they thought that they could basically perform in a way where other people would speak in a script that they attempted to render. They wanted to make things seem as if it was under their control. Everything is going just as planned, dumbass bitch. That's what they thought. That dumbass bitch. Those dumbass bitches. Those dumbass niggas. They thought everything was going exactly how they wanted it to go. They thought they planned this shit out. As soon as you ask them, okay, so what did you do that made them say that then? That's when their shit gets, you see what I mean now? What did they do to make us say what we're saying then? What was it? What was it they did? I thought they didn't do anything at all. Oh, okay. So they did do something, right? But they thought that it was under their control, right? Oh, okay. You see how stupid? Yeah, what failed was turn. They thought they were lighting paths that led exactly where they wanted others to go. I couldn't make this shit up. I couldn't make it up. They thought that they were convincing people that there was some kind of wow, bro. Oh, wow. Because I just mentioned how God was the one who sent me and how I got the signal to come here. They thought that they were on that wave. They thought they were doing the same shit. They thought they were lighting up anything. They thought they were sending signals for people to go somewhere. Not only did they think that they were doing that, they were also convincing others and themselves as if those people really were falling for it. You know, let me explain to you how the situation works. You're at work, right? Let's say you're at work and you're thinking, dang, I have to go to the bathroom type shit. I have to go take a fat shit type shit. Right? And you're already planning how you're about to go because you can see where you're gonna take a shit, how you're gonna take a shit, where you're gonna work out for you. They're the type of person to do some shit, right? In the bathroom. And then be like, look, she's gonna go there and she's gonna do this and that and that and that. And they're gonna go there and they're gonna do that and that and that and that and that. And then I promise that's how it's gonna happen. I swear it's gonna happen that way. Meanwhile, you already knew you were gonna go do that shit. But they done already wanted to act like it was up to them. But the reality of the situation was that they were trying to fake false spy type situation. Spy on it to act like they're such a fucking psychic. Oh, I'm so fucking psychic. I shit you not, bro. Like they'll do some shit where they'll like put some smudge or stain on the floor, right? So you're like, oh, it's time for me to clean the floor, right? You're thinking God already, that's how God works. Bro, it's just so funny. It's so funny because that's how God works. God will be like, why don't you clean your floors? Huh? Why don't you clean your floors? So you're like, you know what? That's a great fucking idea. I should clean my floors. I could. Let me do that now type shit. They'll go there type shit, trying to go there before you. Try and do some shit to the floor and be like, be like, see, I told you they were gonna do that. I told you that they were gonna go to the X marks the spot location. I told you, type shit. Meanwhile, this was part of the plan entirely. But the thing is that they don't realize that it's not random for us. It's like, this can't be a coincidence. Someone was here. That's how we see it. We actually see that shit. Like, we actually notice it really immediately. And let me tell you how God works. If these people are truly vile, God will sometimes blind you, collective. God will be like, you know what? I won't make collective notice. I'll just keep collective alive. And then when collective is out of the situation, then collective will get 10 times the blessing. And those people, those individuals, I'm sorry, but my bad. Those individuals get 10 times the karma. That's how interest works, yeah? Or should I say, that's what they wanted to make seem was subdivision. Taxes, subdivision of assets and efforts. Division is the devil's tool. Echo persona. I shit you not, in reverse, that's what failed. Repeats others' ideas as if they originated them. I am shuffling these cards in front of your face, y'all. They thought they were going to repeat. They're the type of person, right? Someone will ask them, oh, you know the spirit of the oracle deck? You know the spirit of the animals oracle deck? Because they went into my room, right? To come see the spirit of the animals deck. They want to like impress the person. But little do they know, the person that they're trying to impress is actually the Joey Bergsma, the creator of Spirits of the Animals Oracle deck. So the Spirits of the Animals Oracle deck creator will look at them in the eyes and be like, wow, so you know it? You know it? So you know how otters are, right? And their dumbass is going to sit there and pretend and really think they're getting away with it. Like, oh, that person has no idea. And the person is watching them try and scam them. To the point where it's funny. It's funny. These people have no idea how God is setting them up to fail with their bullshit. They should be scared. Yeah, here it is. Firestar persona, and that's what's going back sender right now. Creates conflict so that they can step in as the solution. There you go. There you go. Game board persona. Structure situation so move serves them. See? That's going back to sender. They thought that they had the power over everyone's mind, mental. Like they could control how you react. Like they could control what you do. How you come to. So when you're going to the front desk, bitch, to try and be like, yeah, my neighbor is da-da-da-da-da-da. She's yelling and screaming. Meanwhile, she's the one who did it. She's the one who tried to set it up. So now she's using you to get the information for free. And she really thinks she's getting away with it like you're that stupid. Like you're as stupid as she is. Put yourself in the situation as it is. That's the same thing. So let's say for those of the collective that are like in a bad job position, God forbid, right? Let's say you're in a job position where you don't realize your manager is actually setting you up, right? To go against your supervisor. So now you're complaining about your supervisor and your manager is like, oh, they're there, honey, they're there. Meanwhile, the whole time, really, they're the ones doing the shit to you. Who knows if the supervisor is in on it or not? And that's the conflict they're trying to create. Because at some point, when you realize, wait, is the supervisor trying to set me up? You know, when you're asking the right questions, then the conflict becomes obvious. Wait, someone is trying to make it look like the supervisor's trying to set me up. Then you're trying to figure out who. And guess what? That's the interest. That's the interest. Because now you're looking for justice that they failed to serve. Just for the injustice to be attracted to who? You, collective. And that's how they think they're getting away with it. Because you're sitting there thinking that people are going to look at you stupid for investigating and investing in yourself in a situation. So sometimes individuals who have fallen don't even do that. They don't even care anymore. They don't even investigate anymore because they think, that's how it's somebody else entirely who's trying to set me up and I'm busy blaming people around me type shit, God forbid. But that's what they do. That's how they do it. Rat King persona in reverse. That's the failure. That's how the back sender went done back to sender. Because they thought that they could create chaos, distrust and scarcity in order to make it seem as if that they weren't thriving when they were actually thieving. So that they could make it seem like they were thriving. You see what I'm saying? So that people could pay them to thrive. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they were collecting what they thought was the collective blessings. So to make it seem like they were a part of the collective. So that bitch probably lied on her resume type shit and convinced other people to do it too. So now the board of directors, when it comes to resumes and HR departments everywhere, are under investigation on who they hire, why they hire them, if they're doing background checks, if they're checking on everything, calling people for references, who they're calling for references, if those people who are calling those people for references are actually going to check the reference themselves. All that shit is being put into motion. When I tell you there's a quadruple back check going on right now, it's doubling on that. It's an octuple fucking background check energy. They're going all the way to federal to make sure that they're hiring the right people for all sorts of basic ass fucking roles. I mean, you could be picking shit off the street. They're still doing background checks like no other. I'm talking there's backlog of employees, document processes that are being reprocessed. You think this isn't pissing the IRS off? You think this isn't pissing the FBI off, the CIA? They're the ones who have to do the paperwork. You think you're fooling anyone? Like, these motherfuckers think that they can lie to the justice system, the people who are doing the paperwork, so that they're sitting there having to redo the paperwork again and again. For what? Oh, these people are, let me tell you something. The police departments all over the fucking country right now are getting major discipline from the divine. Major discipline. People are learning what it means to be diligent in this bitch, and that is the blessing. They're being real diligent now because they don't want to have to go back anymore. They're going home to their children and wives, exhausted. Their spouses and shit, exhausted. Thinking, God damn, I'm still getting pinged. I can't even fucking eat in this bitch without those whores trying to do some shit to me. They're thinking, man, fuck these bitches and niggas. And they're telling their wives, their daughters, their sons, their spouses, wait for me. I'm going on a work trip, a real one. Wait for me. Real loyal ones, real faithful motherfuckers. Excuse my language. They're like, don't worry, I'll be back in a week. And they're doing due diligence, due processing. They're crossing their fucking T's and dotting their I's. Making sure nothing is smudged, nothing is covered. Blue ink, black ink, red ink. Yeah. Now they're coming. Now people are finding them. Now people are really seeing who these stupid motherfuckers really are. Deceptive around delight of everyone. Ruthless, insatiable, pitiless, ruinous, idiot. So every time someone is having a good time, every time they wanna, that triggers them. That triggers their insatiableness. Their mask falls. And it's seen how insatiable they really are. And that's what they were trying to project on the collective. That shit is being broken, dismantled. When I tell you dismantled, it's being dismantled. I know y'all saw that shit. It's gone now. Because they really thought they could veil. Isaiah 13:9, Romans 1:31, Surah 285, Bhagavad Gita 16:9, 10 evil acts to your mind. Let me remind you guys, by the way, right now, when someone gets possessed, right, it's one demon, right? When one demon gets removed from their vessel or their home or their body or wherever the fuck it is, right? Wherever it is that they've secured themselves, right? It gets removed. 7 more demons come back. Because the motherfucker done picked up his crew and was like, guess who? Knock, knock type shit. So think about it. These motherfuckers are trying to make demons settle in other people's vessels so that every time you send that shit back or away, that those entities believe that where they should be returning to with those 7 others is where those stupid whores attempted to place them at. But lucky me, yeah, I'm an earth angel. I'm the last thing a demon wants to see. Fuck that. I'm second to last. Let me tell you the last thing a demon wants to see. God. Jesus Christ. And that's exactly who they're meeting tonight. All those devils are being picked up, shackled together, one by one, with those entities, demons, one by one, tied up in a little sage bundle type situation and sent right back to the motherfuckers who sent them. Yeah, fornicator. Coerces individuals into acts against God's will. An actual rapist. Exodus 20:14, Matthew 5:27 through 28, Surah 17:32, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Yeah. All their demonic ass energy. I'm just gonna read the shortcuts of it. Merit loss, demonic energy, drunkard energy, all of that through the sutras and scriptures that already been noticed. People already knew about those energies. But now they're really seeing the damage it is. Remember when I said that those individuals were going to see the problem that they really are? It's unavoidable. Unmerciful, demonic. See? So that's what they failed. Adulteress, adulterer. They, yeah, y'all. That's another one that's another one that they're noticing now. Yeah. What I was trying to say is curtain puller persona reveals truth selectively for dramatic effect. I couldn't make that shit up. They thought that they were going to control what truths were going to be revealed, how they were going to be revealed, by whom they were going to be revealed, where they were going to be revealed at, how they were going to act. I mean, holy shit. For being such a weak ass bitch, they really thought they could control everything, huh? For being such a weak ass nigga, a bitch ass nigga, they really thought they could control everything, huh? Adulterer, adulteress, deceived spouse or wives, and actual homewrecker. We already fucking knew what that meant. Like I said, they thought that they would be like, oh yeah, and type shit, dramatic effect, tension, pause, and they're cheating. Tension, pause, 2, tension, pause, dramatic effects. This is not a movie. Like, this is real life. People can sense dramatic tension. That's why we have it in entertainment. Like, holy shit, they're stupid. People can sense a pause, a sarcastic tone. People can taste sincerity. People can witness compatibility. Like, it's easy, bruh. Like, holy crap. I'm telling you, they're delusional as hell. Trying to make it seem as if I'm delusional when they were already caught. Like, how would they know who's delusional and who isn't? Huh? How would they know? What did they do to find out? Right. Like, yeah, they can't do no motherfucking sorcery bullshit anymore, huh? It's reversing on their ass. They can't do it anymore. People are catching on really quickly now. It's accelerating in maximum potential speed. Yeah, there it is. Abusing authority despite God's words. You see what I'm saying? They wanted to make believe what authority was to people. Like, it's that simple, bro. How do I explain this? You know, they're like the type of person that to say, like, if they're eating shit, right, then why is it that their breath don't stink, but their breath does stink? But the people they're trying to convince, their breath stinks too. You see what I'm saying? So that who else is gonna believe their bullshit, bruh? So the people who are sitting there believing as if that the motherfuckers that are speaking to them, their breath don't stink type shit, because they can't smell their own shit, right? Because they're acting like their shit don't stink. Remember when I told you that if their vagina penis that stink, that's what they're attracting with their STDs? You see? What goes around comes around. The fuck? What comes... That's actually so ironic that I said that. I didn't even make... No pun intended there, for real. Or maybe it was. I don't really know. It's up to God. But what goes around really does come around. Yeah, anchor dropper persona. Attempts to weighs others down with obligation and guilt. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, those scary ass, that's what they are. They're scary, scaredy pants ass motherfuckers. Not only are they scary, they're also scared. They're scary, scared, and scary. Like the fuck? On some Tom and Jerry shit. Bedoink ass energy. They really like would go around like, you don't understand. Let me explain to you how they would end up kidnapping children to use them to rape you see, to force animals and the children to be raped by those animals, right? First thing that they would do is that they don't have any money left, right? So they get into some connections with people, and those people find out that they're fucking animals. So those people that they connected with know people who fuck animals and post it onto the black web type shit, dark web type shit. So those people all together connect, right? And then they go, you know what? Da 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 da. Little do they know the person who's telling them all this shit is actually an op. They're just waiting. They're just sitting there waiting for them to do it. Little do they know the people that are connecting with them, they're all ops. They're all ops. Everyone is an op. Everyone's waking up now. They really think they're in control? They don't even know who they're sleeping with. Profaner. Yeah, there it is. Hater. A real bitch ass hater. We already knew that's what they were doing it for and why and how. And that's the reality they exist in. Now, people are getting out of that weirdo ass reality and actually integrating with their own purpose. Covertness plus shady ass energy. I like to call them shades. Projecting false sense of hostility. They're trying to act like people have beef with them. Ain't nobody have beef with them. Ain't nobody care about them to have beef with them. You know, it takes making a real friend to fuck over so that they would have beef with you. Well, if you're making false ass friends, then they obviously don't give a fuck what you think that you have with them. Dummy. Like they don't give a shit what you think. They were never really your friend. That's how it works. Because it takes bringing someone into your heart space to be hurt by them. And people don't want to let them in to their heart space. That's why they think that they can pretend not to be a hater. Because they think pretending not to be a hater, but actually being a hater is hurting anyone but themselves. Character assassination. Leviticus 19:17, 1 John 3:15, Surah 67 through 8, Bhagavad Gita 16:18, 10 evil acts, 3 of mine. These people are like, you know, the same bitch who was telling me, I'm gonna call people on you is what she was saying. I'm gonna sick them on you. So you think that if I was to tell those same people, oh, she thinks that you're her bitch, that they're gonna react normal? They're gonna go, yeah, I'm her bitch. Yeah, I'm her bitch. You think they're gonna do that? You think those false ass friends are gonna do that? They don't realize what the fuck kind of situation they're putting themselves in. So if I went to, if those people, if I was to tell them, oh, did you know that she was going around making it known that she knew you and you were onto some shit and you were into some shit and that she was trying to get you caught up and that she was going around trying to make it seem as if you would protect her and that you would go down for her, ride or die for her, that you would kill for her, that she would sell you out. Did you know that she would do that? You think they would still be there? Those false ass friends wouldn't give a fuck. And that's real. There it is. False teacher. They're being voided. So that's their sin. That's their real sin. That's what they're getting caught in now. They wanted to play in the spiritual realm without seeing in the spiritual realm. They couldn't see shit in the spiritual realm. But at the same time, they wanted to act like, but they wanted to act like the material realm was the spiritual realm. But without the spiritual realm. Turning faith away from people, you see? Straight up lying, actively. So that's where they're finding hopelessness at. They feel like they can't help it but lie all the time. Isn't that a compulsive liar? That's also a mental disorder. Being a compulsive ass liar. A bitch could have gotten therapy for that, but instead she or he or they decided to go and eat their own shit. Or what was it? Or try and set people up to eat their shit. You know, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever the fuck it is that they were doing, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. It looks like eating your own shit in the spiritual realm. It looks like they're gobbling that shit up. That's what it looks like. I'm being so for real. I'm being so for real. They look like they're... what do you think hell is? The very first layer is covered in soot. Tar, black tar, feces, blood, and sulfur. Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22, Matthew 7:15, Surah 693, Manusmriti 4:195, 10 evil acts for speech. Yeah. Look, cloak holder persona. That's what they're trying to do right now. Keeps others covered or hidden for leverage. You see? I got you covered. I got you covered. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. I'll do this for you. Don't worry. Nah. It's a back to sender. Motherfuckers, people are realizing that they always wanted to steal from them what it is that they wanted to have leverage over. Oh, you got that because of me. Give me that. Give me some of that. I got you that one time. Remember? I did that thing for you. Remember? Nah, the fuck they didn't. They already done knew that you were going to get it and went in there preemptively trying to, because they went in and spied. Trapdoor persona. In reverse, it failed. See how it's failing? They thought they were offering some sort of believable sense of safety. then trying to make it seem like now that they've provided the safety, that they had the authority to drop the support when it was going to benefit them. So whenever benefits are coming around them, people are kissing their ass to make sure they're still supported. So people are going around, please, 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 don't drop my security, da, da, da. And they're sitting there, pretending like it's working. They don't know it's God. God is the one moving. God is the one working the whole thing through. They're sitting there trying to eat grapes. Be like, it's okay. It's okay. I got you this time. You don't have to pay this time. Just suck my dick a little bit. Just eat my pussy. Just go fuck that dog. Give that cat some catnip. Just go do this and that. That's the same bitch ass energy you thought you were doing to people. That's what these dumbass. I'm so done. That's what these dumbasses really thought. They getting played thinking that they playing other people. I'm done. We've been knew that already. We've been knew that already. That's something that was obvious. Please, signal sower persona. Plant small pieces of information to grow into rumors or panic. That's what they're trying to do right now. You know she's just this. Oh, you know she's just that. You still have to suck my dick. You still have to suck my dick. That's what they're doing. Who do they think they're fooling, bro? Jesus. Who do they think they're fooling? God forbid. They think they're fooling God. I shit you not. They think they're getting away with the whole situation. Meanwhile, motherfuckers is watching this through dark web cameras, hidden cameras all over, laughing their asses off. Look, she's gonna go suck his dick again. Look. Ah! Bro, she really thinks she has to, she really has to give up her benefits, or she has to suck it. He really thinks that those are the only options. Look. Pointing fingers, laughing. They think they control something? I'm done. Oops, excuse me. I'm done. Yeah, period. There it is. Now the person that actually scapegoated the motherfuckers who was having a good time, right, is the one getting scapegoated, because it's a rebuke. You understand what a rebuke is now? I rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. They're a blasphemer. And they wanted that shit to be on the collective, be on the people. Projects their own sin at God. See? Unlucky ass. They're truly unlucky. Because do you know how unlucky you have to be to really think that God isn't watching you while everyone who God is watching you too? Like, we're taking notes. You do realize that history is written by the victors, right? So who do you think wrote the scriptures, dummy? And we are still out here, still writing. We're taking notes. Okay. So when they do that, that's what it means. Oh, okay. And then when they do this, that's what that means. Oh, okay. So when they go that direction, that's what that means. All right. And then they think that they have to suck that dick. All right. That dirty ass HIV-ridden dick that everybody done sucked. Oh, okay. Then they go over there and then they eat that pussy and then they go fuck that horse. All right. Let's make sure never to go that direction. Let's make sure never to do that. Let's make sure. That's what we are doing. We're like into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. That's weird. That's us. Collective. They got no sort of dharma. They didn't repent. They didn't pray. They didn't even care about it, bro. That's how unlucky. God saw their unlucky ass, right, when they came to this planet and was like, you know what? Fuck that person. Fuck that person. Fuck them. Fuck them, bro. Fuck them, sis. Leave them where they're at. Fuck them. Not in those words, but you know what I mean. Yeah. They're literally, God is like, listen, trying to go around them, trying to play some chess master game, right? Trying to play around, like, it's futile. It's futile. Fuck them. We can just work around them. You know how Moses parted the sea, right? You know how Moses parted the sea? That's what God did with these motherfuckers. Move, get out the way. That's what God did. God is like, get the fuck out of my way. Please. They're not vital to this reality. Bro, I'm starting to trip, bro. I'm ascending so fast. Like, they really thought. Oh, man. Plagiarizes to thief humility. Oh, man. They wanted to be like, oh, you think you know about the spirits of the animal deck at the creator, right? So they wanted to go against the programmer. They wanted to go against the directive. They wanted to go against the purpose. They wanted to go against the stability. They wanted to go against the balance, right? And they thought the balance, the stability, the integrity, the programmer, the developer, the owners, the managers, the supervisors were going to stand there and think, oh man, that person's really serious. I really got to go against them. I really do feel challenged by them. That's what they thought that we were feeling, collective. They thought we were feeling challenged by what they were doing. Like it was gonna cause some sort of disorder to us, not realizing we were sent here. We were actually sent here. Leviticus 24:16, Matthew 12:31, Surah 6:10, 108. Surah 6:108, Manusmriti 2:11. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Yeah. They thought that they were a part of the game. They don't even know what a game is. Have they ever had fun? Or have they been bullying people, trying to destroy their integrity, to pretend like their lives aren't miserable, so that they can convince people that they had to give up having fun for their sake, so that they can look like they're having fun instead? Talk. Yeah, coin flipper persona. Yeah, there it is. They try to make it seem as if, you see how they try to make it seem as if what we're doing is random? I just said we were set here. Wind collar sona. In reverse, it broke. Yeah, the rumors that they were trying to use, the whispers they were trying to use to try and bring a conglomerate together in a different direction than their purpose, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something to those who can hear. You don't know if you could get $1 million tomorrow. What if I told you that you could get $2 million tomorrow? But the only thing stopping you is yourself. They're the type of motherfucker to go around and hear that and be like, yeah. come try and steal with us type shit. God forbid. You see, I shit you not. The devil knows the Bible too. Never forget. The devil will come to anyone and be like, you know how Jesus said the meek shall inherit the earth? Well, guess what? You got to earn it. You got to earn it from me. You got to suck my dick. You got to suck my dick. That's... I shit you not, bro. This shit is crazy. But that's what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's over. It's done. It's a done. It's a done. It's a dunzas. It's a done deal. That's not even a deal. It's just dunzos. Yeah, bestiality in reverse. They got caught. Yeah, they got caught. They got caught. Because any sane person, and that's what it is that they were trying to pretend like they were more of than other people, which is a form of insanity. Pretending or forcing others to believe that one is more sane than another is an act of insanity. It's blatant. Anyone with sanity sees it. So anyone with sanity would understand that God will forgive them and see in their heart their truth and their soul, their integrity, and their initiative within a situation when it comes to performing within justice. So whenever someone, an agent, is like, yeah, like, you know, we all did that, right? We all did that. We all, smoke a little crack, all of us, some of us, there's crack in everything. We all rape kids, right? It's in everything, right? Everyone does that, right? Then the dumbass idiots will be like, yeah, oh my God, you do it too? I thought I was the only dummy. What a dumbass type shit. They wanna act like the shit hadn't been already caught. Motherfuckers already know. And God forbid that be on me. God forbid. Because I'm sensitive. Yeah, I mind. And they shouldn't be anywhere near any kind of civilization to begin with. Because everything that they do is with a rope holder persona, which has now failed indefinitely. They thought they could keep others tied to past mistakes or debts. It's in reverse. Why? Because motherfuckers, people were never tied to those debts and mistakes. Those were all coercive measures that most of them fell into due to motherfuckers who are actually culprits, trying to use innocent people to hide their crimes. Innocent people don't know if they're truly a victim or the culprit within a situation that they've been in that is clearly a sin and it's cruel. They don't know. We don't know. Okay? We wouldn't know. That's why we repent. That's why we pray. That's why we get faith. And that's the same faith that they want to turn away. They're like, no. You are a terrible person. But Amina Allison, is telling you as a human being that you are blameless. It is not your fault. Sodomite in reverse. Now they're getting caught. Actively corrodes the vessel with false intimacy in reverse. Competes sexually with opposite gender in reverse. Sodomite. Because let's face the facts of the situation. Leviticus 18:22, Romans 1:26 through 27, Surah 7:80 through 81, 10 evil acts, third body evil. Who are these people? Who are those individuals really jealous of? If they're bitches, they're jealous of the men. If they're niggas, they're jealous of the women. They want to compete. I can do a better job than a man. Why are you competing against a man? Imagine competing against a man as a woman. As a woman. Like you're there like, yeah, no, I can dig wells deeper. I can dig more. The fuck? Like, okay, and the fuck? The fuck? Like, what? You see what I'm saying? And imagine competing with a woman as a man. I can make more money. Who gives a shit, bro? Who gives a shit, sis? Really sitting there doing all sorts of shit. I can do more. I can Well, what is that? What is that? As a man, as a woman, competing against the opposite gender is absolutely fucking futile. Because not only are you blocking yourself from anything other than superficial material energy, because you're not thinking any deeper than your gender. You're not thinking any deeper than what your sex is. But now you're going into somebody else's lane who isn't thinking like you. In order to do what? To do their job so that what? They can hire you at the company that they've now built after you built it for them, right? Doing their job. Dummy. Yeah. Didn't I say that they thought that they were stealing people's blessings? Yeah, look, it's all in reverse. They really thought that they were stealing people's blessings. Like they thought that they were taking from people and they were trying to convince people that they as if that they were taking from them. Like on some shit. Trying to create a make-believe. Do you know it takes being creative to create? Did you guys know that? It's in the word creative. The first four words create. The I turns into an E. When you take out they wouldn't know that. They were doing what? Giving their teachers a hard fucking time. They were bullshitting in class. So they forgot how to spell creativity. Actual stupidity is a sin, you know? It's a sin. Anchor thief persona, that's what they're going through right now. Trying to remove a person's stability to make them easier to sway. And now people are waking up to that's been their agenda the whole fucking time. Don't they feel inferior? So what does an inferior person try to do? They try to act like they can get some sort of superiority, right? Which is why they're trying to make other people kiss ass. so that they can feel as if that they're not inferior. What is that called? Trying to sway people, persuade them. That's how they think that they're being seductive at. Really, who's the one that's being raped? They are. They're the ones being raped, thinking that they're the rapist too. Mind you, they're all both the person who's raping them and the one that they think that they're raping. They're both rapists. I'm telling you, it's sick. It's sick. Motherfuckers don't think it's possible for two rapists to rape each other. You'd be surprised. You'd also, it's double non-consensualness. You'd be surprised. Look, sower of discord, attempts to contort circumstances to falsify judgment. Sower of discord, indecisive and confused. You see, now they're indecisive and confused because people are noticing how obsessive they are. Because they think that they can control vanity, or should I say validity? So that's the word there. They wanted to cover up validity and be accolades, accomplishments in vanity. Oh, like type shit, like they wanted to make it seem as if that everything that anyone ever does in life is for them. Like, who the fuck cares about them, bro? Like, they're the holy shit. Yo, this is disgusting. They're the type of motherfucker to think that some poor child in India is working their ass off just to come and meet them, type shit. Ain't nobody give a fuck about them. Motherfuckers isn't living their life for these idiots. They're obsessed with trying to make it seem like they are so fucking, what is it called again? Highly desired. That's what it is. They think that that's something. They think that that's something. Yeah, I shit you not. Right now, they think they're trying to laugh and trying to laugh it off, trying to act like that's something. You know, you want what you can't get. So being desired means that they can't get her or him, but it's been proven that they're a whore. They would fuck anything. So if anyone just walks up to them, they're wide open already for them. So, you know, the fuck? What? Yeah, see, would do it all for naught. Obsessive. Yeah, ensnared. I shit you not. Think they control validity and substance. Would do it all for naught. Would do it all for in vain. For not in vain, everything like that. Just so to attempt to justify why they're trying to make everybody else seem like their actions are futile and as if that their actions are in vain. Those people who they're trying to attempt to attack to make it seem as if that they weren't doing. Fuck this, man. These people piss me off. These individuals piss me off. So basically, they're going around being like, they're just yelling for no reason. And this is why, and this is how. And really what they're doing right there is in vain. They're wasting time. That's why they're doing it for naught. Because it's a waste of time. They want to cover up the waste of time so that then it's like, oh, but you wasted your time too. You wasted your time too. I didn't just waste my time. You wasted yours too, type bitch. That's them. But I wasn't the only one who did that. They all did. Remember when I talked about the scapegoating? Proverbs 6:19, Titus 3:10, Surah 2:191, Manusmriti 4:30, 10 evil acts for speech. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesians. I don't know why I couldn't say that for a second. 2:1 through 11. 2 Timothy 3:4. Surah 45:23. Bhagavad Gita 16:12. 10 evil acts, 3 of mine. Yeah. Driftwood, this is what they're doing right now. Driftwood persona. Floats between groups, gathering scraps of influence. Let me explain to you what that looks like. in the material realm, in the physical realm, right? So they're going around entering different group chats, going through different Reddit forums, going through different Facebook fucking places type shit. They're going through, like, when I tell you, like, they're going through different people, trying to be like, oh, yeah, see? They're trying to demonize the community. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whatever community they're trying to get into, they're working on trying to demonize it with them. You see what I'm saying? As if all those people are with me, they're with me type shit. So let's say, like, it's someone who really believes that they're a mafioso around here. They're a mafioso, real mafia, gang, 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 right? Gang, 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 right? They're like, the police know me, they know me. That's my people. That's what they really think. So they're going around trying to connect with all these people, going around trying to act like it's their power type shit. Latch persona in reverse, it failed. Why? Why is the driftwood persona going back to sender right now? Because they're getting caught, because those people, those individuals that they wanted to get scraps of influence from are actually powerful people. And look, tries, because it failed, they tried to attach to powerful people to rise with them. And those people are like, hell to the nah. Hell nah. To the nah, nah, nah. Hell to the nah. Hell nah. To the nah, nah, nah. I spent 6 years in college not to give up my achievement for you, nigga. People spend 20 years educating themselves not to fall for some dumbass bitch that's trying to be mischievous. Motherfuckers stayed 30 years at a job just to make sure they learned everything that they could about their position. All their shit is failing, bro. All their shit. Oh, wait. There it is. Yeah, that one failed too. Try to cover it up type shit. There it is. They really, because they don't understand, like, you know what it is? I've already spoken about this on this channel before, but like, people, like these individuals, did you hear what I just said? God forbid. Those individuals think that people are just like them. That's what it is. They think that people didn't spend 20 years studying anything. They think that people wouldn't survive any kind of human trafficking, child trafficking, enslavement, animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, child sacrifice, all the containment camps, all that shit. They really thought, you know, my family survived the Holocaust. My family didn't give in to slavery. We overcame it. We never got sold. My family survived it. What makes these dumb ass motherfuckers really believe that this shit is not genetic? Yeah, look, coattail rider rides by attacking someone else's success. So now people are asking questions. How do you know what they're doing? How do you know how it is that they're doing it? How is it that you're aware of all this shit if you never tried to come into their apartment, if you never tried to, you know, get into their situation, if they're not even talking to you, if they're straight up trying to put a restraining order on you and you feel unsafe so much, then how come you know so much shit about them? It's that fucking simple. They really think that they're hiding. They're consumed. Do you understand? They're consumed. That's what it means to be possessed. That's why they're busy trying to make deals with the devil, trying to collect souls. Because they really assume that the devil is going to consume other people's souls. The devil is laughing at them. The devil is laughing at them too. The angels, God, the devil, motherfucking the demons too. Everyone is laughing at them. Because it's as simple as God's divine comedy. You know what that is? Dun, 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 dun. It's hell, bitch. The funniest thing in existence. God created it. The divine inferno. Or should I say Dante's divine inferno? Speaking through Dante, God did. They really think that, like, yeah, look at it. They're still trying to use rumors. So they went around those false ass influences, those false ass people, those false ass friends, and those false ass friends done fed them some bullshit so that they too can laugh. They want to laugh too. They want to laugh too. So they're going around with their shit looking all scary and shit, right? Like we already knew that they were. Trying to make it seem like they're not really covered in shit. And how are they trying to make it seem like they're not covered in shit? By telling people that they're not covered in shit. They don't want to wipe the shit off their face though. Yeah, silent partner persona. Influences outcomes without visible involvement. That's what they're trying to do right now. Candle leech sona. Draws energy from those who shine the brightest. So they're trying to make it seem as if the people or the individuals who they're trying to, be codependent with are shining the brightest, right? So that they can pretend like they're not involved with crimes that they've committed against other people, not trying to be around them. And it's going back to sender right now because of the energy that failed the switchblade persona. Because they turn friendly to hostile, or they try to turn friendly to hostile instantly when opportunity arises. But opportunity is not arising for hostility. Remember? Because those false ass friends want to laugh too, right? So the false ass friends are laughing, and the bitch and the niggas, the bitches and niggas that thought that those people who are laughing at them were gonna have beef with them. Where's the beef? All of a sudden. That's why they want to go around trying to make it seem as if that, what you call it, like they are, you know what I mean? Like they got something. The only thing they got is an STD. Yeah, money crazed. Yeah, would do it all for the cash. Would do it all for cash. Would do it all for the money. All for the money. Do it all for the money. Yeah. Do it all for the cash. What? I'll suck your dick. Yeah. Is that $3? Is it $3 cash? As long as it's $3 cash, I'm talking cash. I'm not talking credit. I'm not talking decentralized network. No. They would do it all as long as it's a bill, honey. Bills. You know, bills, cash money, AP. Isn't that why I put my bag over on the chair? I put my, oh my gosh, it's actually so funny. I had like loose dollar bills in my backpack, right? And I left it in my backpack because I had a feeling they were gonna try and come in. So I put it on the table. Do you guys want to come Dora the Explorer with me in my backpack and see what's in my backpack? Backpack, 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 backpack. Let's go see what's in my backpack, backpack. All aboard. That's on a train. Something to backpack, 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 backpack. Look, dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, that's why it's on the floor. They probably realized they couldn't take it, right? Because it was on the couch. I mean, on the couch, on the chair, facing the door, waiting for them. Jesus holding the bag. Come take it, bitch. Come take it. Type shit. I shit you not. I shit you not. Would do it all for the money. All for the money. Yeah, trapdoor persona. And this is what they're doing right now with the harvest planner persona. Offer safety, then suddenly drop support, then when it benefits them. But how are they offering safety? Because they time interventions to take the largest possible. So they're like, oh, okay. It's gonna take them so and so amount of time to get there and there. Like usually that's how long it takes them. Okay. This is when they're paid. That's when they're gonna get their money. That's when they're doing this. That's when they're doing that. And so they go to these people, they go to those individuals, and then they're like, oh yeah, like I know you're going through hard times right now because you haven't gotten paid, right? You haven't gotten paid, right? You haven't gotten your benefits yet, right? Oh, it's okay. I'll just give you something. I'll just do you something. I'll do you a solid favor, right? So they go around and they're like, I'll do you a favor. I'll put you on. I'll put you in. I'll get you in. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you type shit. But wait for it. Wait for it. As soon as you get paid, they're around. As soon as you get a benefit, they're around. As soon as there's some type of situation you're about to turn up in, they're around. But watch how when you peep that shit and you cut them off, all of a sudden, you're the evil one, collective, apparently. See? Apparently, as soon as you cut them off, you're the one who won't be shit type shit. Why? Because of their failed ass plans that are failing right now, that are backfiring right the fuck right now. Right? Curtain whisperer persona tries to advise leaders from the shadows to avoid accountability. So those leaders are noticing. They're like, wait a minute. Are you trying to like harvest off of that person? Are you trying to like take from that person? Why are you trying to like, do you not have like enough of this? Like, do you not have enough of that? Right? Like, why don't you have enough of this and that type shit? And they're trying to like avoid accountability, trying to be like, well, I don't know. And then that's the second part of what they're failing at. This is the second part of where they're failing at. Holds connection between people and pulls them to cause outcomes. It just clarified, like the whole reality clarified. Holds connections between people and pulls them to cause outcomes. So they thought that they were holding connections. They don't realize how disconnected they are from reality, do they? That's what delusional means. So they keep on trying to interfere with people's progress in a situation in order to make it seem as if they ever achieved some sort of perfection. First of all, to try and make it seem like they achieved anything at all. Talk less about perfection. Yeah, they wanted to make it seem as if that they had any kind of notability. Notoriety. That's what it is. They wanted to act as if they held some sort of notoriety. Let me remind you, she's going through all of this right now because someone done had like catnipped, like shit, like on there. She's sleeping so that she can sleep it off. If she was truly horny type shit, she would come, she would honestly, I would have another male cat here. But she's going through all of this. Look at her. She's coming to me now. Because she knows I'm talking about her. See? To think that these people think that these individuals, those culprits, really think that people, animals, the earth, reality is as desensitized, stupid, unforgiving, merciless, ruthless, like disgusting, wretched as they are. That's why their whole goal was to convince people that they needed them. That's how the devil works. The craziest part about those individuals is that they're human too. Those are human beings who truly think they hold some sense of superiority to connect with people or disconnect other people from other people because they think that they're devilish. They think that they're the devil. That's how crazy they are. You know, any serial killer thinks that they're the devil. You know how many Satanists out here are like go live their lives because they think that they are Satan. They think that they're Satan. So what do? They perform satanic ass acts. If you think you're such an evil fucking doer, then obviously you're gonna fucking do evil, dummy. Maybe having a little bit of faith isn't so bad after all. And that's what they don't want collective to acknowledge had actually assisted them in their rise to accomplishing any and everything that they ever were put on this planet to do and be. You know, I don't look at people and think, oh, that's an evil cunt. Oh, that's an evil bitch. Oh, that. I don't do that shit. You know how much energy it takes? You know how many thoughts have to go through a human mind? Why do you think meditation is so important? Because subconsciously, you gotta know what your thoughts are. What are you trying to premeditate? What are you trying to actually do? How are deliberate actions being done by you? And how are you thinking about them and thinking of them and thinking through them? These are all thoughts, man. Thoughts are killing them. You know what? Yeah. Their idea of their own idea of themselves is eating them alive. Remember in the last video, in the last reading, I also already said about how the true self is in Christ. And the only exalted one is Jesus because he's the Son of God. Jesus Christ is not his only name. So he's the only one. So he's the one that carries all. He's the one that carries all the innocent to heaven. The first and the last. The beginning and the end. The Alpha, the Omega. So at the end of the day, when it comes to this situation type shit. Yeah, candle leech persona. draws energy from those who shine the bright. We already said this. Yeah, we already said this. Signal blocker persona in reverse. Yeah, exactly. So they didn't want people to see the signs of like miracles. Yeah, like the silver lining, for example. You know, the importance of a silver lining is to affirm your soul presence. It's to remind you of your own limitlessness. So they're trying to block silver linings, trying to make it seem like people can't, you know, because silver lining, what is a silver lining, right? A silver lining occurs during a cloudy day. So whenever you see a beacon of light coming through a cloud, right, in a cloudy day, that's a silver lining. It occurs in many ways during storms and everything. A silver lining is a surefire sign that there is going to be a clearing, right? How do you know that the storm will end? If you can't see the sun, you can't see the moon, everything is breaking down. What is your sign? The silver lining. So they're trying to go around, create cloudy days for people, and then trying to block the silver lining, whether it occurs or not, whether your day is cloudy or not. Then that's where they try to get the for naught energy. You see what I'm saying? Because they're too stupid to understand the difference between NAUGHT and NOT. See? Because they're too stupid to understand the difference between NAUGHT and NOT. I shit you not. And these are native English speakers? No. Their English is beginner. Their English is beginner. They cover it up with slang. And that's how they try to seem relatable. You know where slang and all that comes from? From people who are native. That's the thing. They're a goofy dressed up as a native. A clown dressed up as a native. You ask them, do you really know the meaning of that word? You say nigga. Do they really know where that word comes from? You say opportunity. Do you really understand that? When you say op, when they're an op, right? When you ask, do they really understand that? Do they really know that? The innocent are shameless. You know why? Because we'll say, no, we used the word, but we thought it meant this and that. They'll be like, those guilty ass motherfuckers would be like, and had been like, oh, that means opposition. You know, like the cops, fuck 12, ah. That's what they do. Like, no, that's not what that means immediately. Like, I can't believe we've been using the same speech, but that's not what we've been trying to say here. Yeah, WebGate persona. Assuming control over entry and exit points of the network. Nah, you don't really know what that means. You don't really know what that means. It means, everybody says it means fuck 12 here. Because these are goofies. They're clowns. Dressed up as natives. Trying to make it seem like they know some shit. Know their way around some shit. But really, they're trying to build nests like the insects they attract with their stank-ass pussy dick. That's not a penis, that's a dick. Yeah, there it is. Because they were trying to keep on throwing, they kept on trying to, because their whole goal is to make it seem like they're so fucking humble, bro. Their whole thing is like they're trying to make it seem like they're so fucking like they're so humble, so fucking like you know what I mean? Like they're so like, I don't even know how to explain this shit for real. Because it's like, oh yeah, determined, like real determination, like where it really comes from intentional, deliberate, pure action, which means that it's coming from one's own self. Like they're like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We really take action because that's all we can do. We really take because that's all we can do. Those idiots were given the opportunity to be humble. Instead, they wanted to act childish, like the children that they want to fuck, so that they can appeal to them. Shroud persona. They're doing that right now. Covers truth with obvious blind spots, so it's confusing to uncover. Keep it fucking simple, collective people. Keep it simple. What do they want? To fuck. What are they putting, or who are they, what kind of individuals, energies, and peoples are they trying to put around them? Children, animals. It's right there. That's why it's an obvious blind spot. And that shit is going back to sender. Yeah, witch in reverse. None of that witch shit is working anymore, huh? None of that wish shit. Well, I wish. See? Wish. None of that witch shit is working anymore. Yeah. So they were wishing. They were trying to wish upon a well, wish upon a scar, wish upon a star, wish upon a, which is basically, it's like they're trying to submit their will to a power that they think is more powerful than them, superior to them. But it's a weird ass energy. So basically, whoever it is that they find themselves inferior to isn't who they think is superior to them. They just feel like as if that person is inferior to you see, God forbid. They just feel as if that person is like making them feel inferior in whatever way that their delusional ass mind is trying to make it seem as. But whatever it is that they're actually finding their superior, right, isn't accepting their dumbass wishes anymore, or had ever did, or ever will again, or ever will. Which, right, attempting to decategorize God's creation. Let me explain to you guys what that looks like. Trying to decategorize God's creation, right? So when I was in high school, right, there was this guy who I went to, you know what I mean? We were in history class together. And the history teacher was teaching about Egyptian history because this is Africa type shit. And so we were learning about Egyptian history and all our shit, right? And so, and this is a prime example. And so one day during our exams, I think he skipped that class or something. I think he was like heavy trolling, right? Because he skipped that class and he didn't know what the fuck to say, right? Yeah, he skipped that one class. Oh my gosh, that's actually so funny. So that's what happened. And so during our exam, they asked us a question like, who built the pyramids? Obviously we know who built the pyramids. We're in Africa. We remember, right? So we study it in history class. It's so fucking easy to remember. It's like our shit. We study this from nursery school, right? And when I tell you these people are stupid, here in America, when they think they know everything about Africa more than the people who live in Africa, it's actually insane to me. It's actually insane to me. So, so no, really, it really is. So you know what that guy wrote? Oh my God, you know what he wrote? He wrote, the aliens built the pyramids. This is an international British examination, sir. He knew he wasn't gonna get that shit. He just wrote the most absurd shit he could think of. He was laughing his ass off. Yeah, I failed that shit immediately. I was like, what do you mean? Didn't you study? He's like, I wasn't even, hell nah. I was like, bro, what are you doing? I thought he was so funny. I thought he was so cute. Yeah, he's my ex-boyfriend. Yeah. He's my ex. Yeah. So anyway, I just hack type shit unconsciously because, you know, God works in mysterious ways. And one day, I guess he didn't realize, like, because like I was getting pretty good grades and whatever, right? And like I was like, so me and my people were like super like whatever, you know what I mean, whatever. But we go over to him, right? After he done failed, like he was failing so much, like at some point it wasn't funny anymore. Like we were actually concerned for his educational health. and like and so I basically went to him and I'm like, did you know that the sky is actually red for real? He's like, nah, no, it's not. No, it's not. Why are you? I'm like, no, why are you saying no immediately? Like, do you know why it's red? And he was like, I never thought about that. He was like, I never thought about it. It could actually be red. I was like, bro, yeah, it's actually red. Yeah. Yeah, like we think it's blue because we don't study this in school, right? So I was like, no, stop. Chill. So I was like, no, because this shit actually makes me laugh so hard. So I was like, yeah, it's red, like, you know, like the atmosphere. And you know how we have all these atmospheres and the stratosphere, and I was just using words. The stratosphere, the Columbus nimbus. I was just saying shit. I was just saying shit. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's actually red. Like we think it's blue, but we think it's blue because our cones inside our brain, bro. He was like, oh my God, I never. So so it's actually red. He's like, no, I don't believe you. I need a second opinion. So I was like, bro, Keisha. I was like, Keisha, come here. Isn't the sky actually red? Nudge. Isn't it red? And Keisha's the smartest girl in our class. And Keisha's like, wait, who didn't know that? He's like, she goes, Ari, you didn't know that? Really, you didn't know that? You didn't know the sky's actually red? Bro, everybody knows that. Everybody know. How did you know that? Everybody knows that. And he's like, bro, you're serious? So he grabs Jay. He's like, Jay, is it true? Is it true that the sky is actually red? Jay's like his bro. Jay's like his bro, right? Jay's like, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? He like turns to us. We're like, he's like, wait, you didn't know? We were laughing for a solid hour, bro. We felt bad. After that hour, we felt bad. We were laughing, bro. I was like, no, I have to go fess up to him. I can't do it anymore. It only took an hour for me to break. Like, I was like, not break actually, but you know what I mean by that. Like, you know what I mean by that. Like, you know what I mean? I went over to him. I was like, bro, I have to apologize, but like, we actually, no, we were trolling you. He was like, bro, I knew that shit was fake. I was like, nah, you fell for it though. He's like, nah, you got me, bro. That shit was funny. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Because he was really so perplexed. He was walking because we were in class, we were in school. He couldn't. He was like perplexed. He was in class like what else don't I know? And if they're fucking with me, like how are they doing this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then it wasn't, he never doubted us because like we would never do that. We would never do that to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't actually lie to him. Like, you know what I mean? And he knew that. We're like, you know what I mean? Like he knew that, and you know, we're like, there's no, like I said, there's no beef, like type shit. That's what happens whenever like there's an irony within a situation, whenever it's funny, you know what I mean? That shit was hilarious though. Like he found it funny too, luckily for all of us. Like it was jokes. And like I guess other people have like their own like stories within like bros and systems and communities and shit like that, right? But like that's the wholesome fun that we used to have at fucking 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like the fuck? What else would we be doing at 12 years old? People are weird. People are weird. Not people, but like, yeah, those weird ass motherfuckers. Sorry, people, but like those weird ass motherfuckers are fucking weirdos, bro. They're fucking weird. What else would we be doing at 12 years old? That's the type of fun shit that we were doing. We were trolling our friends, you know, educating ourselves, getting better grades and shit. Meanwhile, motherfuckers was trying to kill us on the sidelines, like on some weirdo shit, like real weird. And they think everybody is like that too. Everybody's just waiting to be like them. Ain't nobody gives a fuck about them. Yeah, even my cat agrees. The fuck? Yeah, that's double confirmation. There you go. Look at her. She's speaking. She thinks that she's about to get the spotlight. Hell no. Go heal. Go heal. Go heal. And that's the energy sorcerer. What was it? Using dirty, false, begotten information, extreme limits, abusing authority despite God's word. So, Exodus 22:18. They're targeting her right now because she confirmed. See? Deuteronomy 18:10 through 12. 2 Kings 21:6. Isaiah 47:9. 12 through 13. Micah 5:12. Galatians 5:20. Revelations 21:8. 22:15. Surah 2:108. 7:116. 20:69. Arth of Aveda 8:8:10. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech, 3 of mind. Sorcerer. There they are. So their main limitation is that energy right here. Is that they need a dog fucking witch. A cat seducing witch. They need an animal abuser type shit to use as a victim in order to offer gifts that carry hidden costs and damages, and to alter style, manner, and beliefs depending on the audience. That's what the exit point they thought they had to poison people's chalices and change their faces as they're doing it, while they're doing it, before they do it, after they do it, during it, and all of that. They just needed someone who would be exactly. So there it is. Blood Shudder in reverse, bait layer persona. Leaves tempting opportunities designed to trap, devised. Yeah. So they thought that they were sitting together devising a plan on like how they were going to try and cause someone or anyone to commit acts of domestic terrorism. Basically, they needed people to commit acts of domestic terrorism. Why? Webkeeper persona. Maintains an intricate network of control where every strand leads back to them 73. So that they can act as if, oh, they're a domestic terrorist. Don't go near them. They're a domestic terrorist. I'll take you to safety. Look at all the stuff that they're doing. Look at all the shit that they're doing. Now, would you fuck that dog? For me, is what they're doing. That's them. Oh, don't mind them. They're just a terrorist. I'm not racist. That's what they're doing. But I need you to fuck that dog. How? How does that make sense, bruh? And that's what they're getting away with? No wonder they're making people feel stupid. Like, that shit makes no fucking sense. Yeah, curtain whisperer persona. Advises leaders from the shadows avoiding accountability. So that's why they were trying to do all that shit. To make it seem to other people as if that they personally had access to anyone that was a leader to control them from the shadows. Didn't we already say that? And then it goes around and it comes around. We said that at the beginning. And by we, I mean God speaking through me. We literally said that. Also collective, the rest of the people who are reading the energy right now. The rest of the 144,000. They think that they're controlling people by literally fucking with their domestic life. And they think they're getting away with it because they're going to people. Because they still have legs. That's why. Let me tell you why. Because they still have legs. When they don't have legs anymore, when their legs are amputated and their hospital bill is $58,000, they'll realize it was never working. When they have to get neurosurgery in order to capacitate themselves so that they can eat, so that they can swallow food, yeah? Then they're gonna be like, oh, so that's, yeah. That's when they want to realize. When they're fucked up. That's when they want to realize. They want to wait. They want to make everyone wait till they get fucked up. They want to bet on it. Alphabet, yeah? Right? Isn't that? You see? You see? You see how they lost? What do you call the letters of the English language, dummy? It's alphabet. What did the devil do with God? Made a bet. Ta. Who's the Alpha? The Omega? Jesus Christ. Who won? God. Yeah, they can't falsify their navigating skills anymore. They can't force people to pay false interest fee. I be suck my dick to get this. Eat my pussy to get that. Yeah, there it is. Covetous. A hell gate. They're going directly to hell right now. Yep. They're going directly to hell right now. Seeks unfulfillment to weaponize pain. Also, I have a camera in my room so I can see whenever my cat would be around the area where she would cause some sort of motion that would trigger the alarm to where my bag would have fallen. So I know she came here to fucking all whoever the fuck came here. What'd you call it? Because you know what I mean? I'm still keeping the you know what I mean? This is from when I got punched and shit. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Because it was all at the same time, right? So what'd you call it? when they what'd you call it? Try to take off the camera so quickly to break through the camera footage and like disconnect everything, or however the fuck it is. Because I know the electricity didn't come switch off for 30 minutes because I came right back after 30 minutes, literally. So what'd you call, or like around there, 45 minutes or so. So what'd you call it? When I came here and the bag had already fallen, because my other bag is right here. I usually would put it on the table. I mean on the chair. Everything but chair. So they think that you see, they don't know the difference between cheer and chair. They don't know the difference between CHEER, being of a cheery personality, being bubbly, being a happy person naturally, and a chairman or a chair, CHAIR, or a chairwoman. They don't know the difference, so they can't tell that one can be both either. Like, they don't know this shit, bro. They're stupid. How many times did I say this? Seeks unfulfillments to weaponize pain, covetous. They literally look for shit that makes them unsatisfied, so that when they're in pain, they're like, on some Gone Girl shit. On some Gone Girl shit. If you've ever seen Gone Girl, it's like a psycho wife who's bored with her husband. So she literally bleeds herself out and stages her own murder. Makes it look like a clue. And frames her own husband so that she can pretend to get away. Then she feels bad and lonely and comes back. That's the kind of crazy ass shit they're into. They will literally harm themselves only to weaponize it. They do shit that makes them severely unhappy. And then they use that as some sort of like, you know what I mean? It's covetous. That's what that means. So they don't know how to like, it's like they how do I say this? They don't know how to like cleanse themselves. They're not pure, they're not absolute. They're like, they don't know how to do that. Like, they don't know, they're not baptized. They're like, the baptism on them type shit failed. Like I said, alphabet type shit. Like, their words are failing them, their actions are failing them, their imitations are failing them, their projects are failing them. Like, life is failing them. And so, like, the baptism isn't like working for them. Like, also, you know that there are people named Screwdriver, right? There are people named Table and Chair. There are people named Patience. Are they Patience? The angel of Patience? Are they an actual fucking table? Or a screwdriver? Or a helmet? You know, there are people named actual words, right? So just because a person is named a certain word doesn't mean we're talking about them. You know that, right? I'm just making sure. Because motherfuckers is idiots out here. They want to scapegoat. There's also someone named Scapegoat. Are we fucking summoning him or her or them? The fuck? Exodus 20:17, Luke 12:15, Surah 4:32, Bhagavad Gita 16:21, 10 evil acts 3 of mind. The covetous energy, like, they only attract other covetous people. And then they all go through the hell gates together to deeper hell. Because they forget that hell also has layers. They were the first one, now they're going to the 8th one. Dummies. Like, mind you, fraud hell is like the 4th or 6th one. Poison chalice, yeah, exactly. Offers, remember? Offers gifts that carry hidden costs or dangers. They're doing that right now. They're trying to act as if that they're trying to act as if that they can contain something. Yeah, slanderer. See? They're trying to act like they can contain their own slander or the slander around them or whatever slandering energy is around when it comes to them. Accuses everyone of the same guilt, self-guilt. Whatever it is that they're guilty of, they literally think everyone does it. They literally go around making it seem like everybody else does it. Remember, I just played it out. I did a play on it for you guys. Projects self-hysteria at anyone. You see? At anyone. It could be anyone. That's the reality of the situation here, people. It could be you. It could be me. It could be Sasha 3 doors down type shit. It could be anyone. They would project the same self-hysteria they have, whatever it is that they are guilty of, that they're trying to cover up. Like, they'll literally act like everybody else is trying to cover it up too type shit. No, like, and just for everyone to find out that they're guilty of some crazy ass shit ain't nobody has ever heard of before. You did what? Type shit. You did what? That's how people are reacting to them. You did what? They're like, what, you haven't done that? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Type shit. That's how people are reacting to them. They're like, you tried to connect me to a serial killer, bitch? You tried to do what? That's how people are reacting to them. You knew and you tried to do it deliberately? Yeah, the backfire, bait layer persona, bloodshedder, remember? The bloodshedder energy? Induces rage and violence against life and death. Murder spree of any and all. Deuteronomy 27:25, Matthew 23:35, Surah 17:33, Manusmrti 589, 10 evil acts, first body evil. This is all shit that's being blocked. Like, they're being seen as someone who would do that. See? Given any opportunity, they would type shit. Like, they're the motherfucker, like, God forbid they ever knew Epstein. That's how all the children around them are fucked. Type shit. Like, that's how fucking scary those whores really are. Like, if those whores, like, actually knew Diddy type shit. That's what I mean by trying to connect to powerful people to rise with them type shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, if those people, like, that's how you know these motherfuckers are not connected to anyone. Those weirdo, crazy ass motherfuckers. Man whores and female whores. The fuck? That's how you know. Because if you, as a sane human being, can see that a whore like them is a liability, why wouldn't people in better positions also see that? And you see what they're trying to make you feel stupid by? Why wouldn't people with billions of dollars look at their whore ass and be like, hell no, that's a big ass liability to my company? Making you feel stupid because you care about yourself and your company and the company you keep? That's crazy shit, man. That's some backwards, shady ass shit. Yeah, string keeper persona. Finally, Sodomite in reverse energy with Bestialis coming out. Look, she's literally all over the bag. Because she has catnip. She's probably giving her poor little baby kitten one of the, because the person, I know who the person is who did this shit to me type shit in reality. Like, they probably had hella fucking catnip giving their little kitten. Probably didn't even research whether it's good or not to give their kitten catnip. Probably killing the kitten. I touched my fucking bag probably to look inside and see the dollars inside, and now my cat is all over that shit. Probably try to wear my clothes too. Try and catfish. Acts against natural order. Sexually harasses animals. They probably didn't look it up. They were too stupid, and there they are. Holds connections between people and pulls them to cause outcomes. Pulls them, you see? And pulls them to cause outcomes. That's what they're doing right now. So the people moving right now, trying to run to them, their bitches are. They're going around calling you their bitch. That's what they're doing. Look at that dumb bitch. No, I shit you not. All the gnats are on the wire. On the wire that they touched to remove. I shit you not. The wire from my camera that they tried to make it seem as if I would be crazy to assume that it wasn't my cat. As if that she has disposable fucking thumbs to what? Take out the adapter from the camera and the adapter from the wall and the wire from the adapter. Like, that's a lot of steps for a cat. And I would have to, see that through the camera somehow. You think my cat superhuman jumped towards the camera, pulled it down fast enough to where it literally stayed on top, but the wire stayed down, and then pulled the thing out of the socket and the adapter out of the socket, right? You see how stupid they are? It's crazy because the gnats are only where they went around. So they probably went with their shit-stained fucking fingers filled with all sorts of fucking disgustingness, right? And filled with whatever, what is it called again? Ew. Whatever the fucking, what is it called again? Catnip situation is, or whether it's catnip, meth, cocaine, I don't give a fuck. Whatever the fuck it is that they were using, whatever drug, whatever substance it is, and they were touching shit. And now all the fucking animals and the little fucking creatures are attracted to it. And that's how they pull people to get them. You want some? You want some? Yeah. Yeah. Money, yeah. Yeah. Where the party at? That's how the angels are riding through. That's the ancestors. Yep, the ancestors are here. Yeah, where the party at? We want some catnip too. Where's the weed at? Where's the weed at? That's the ancestors right now. No. Where the party at? That's the ancestors. Where's it at? She's genuinely going through it, bro. She's genuinely going through it. Like, yeah, gossiper. Yeah, so they go around and that's how they gossip as they're interchanging. I have a cigarette for you. I'll buy you a pack type shit. I'll get it for you. I'll do it for you. Oh, I know you're running a little low on condensed milk or whatever the fuck people are addicted to. I literally don't know. Whatever the fuck they're like, oh yeah, I got it, da, 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 da. And as they're exchanging, they're like, did you know, da, 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 did you know, da, 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 in their subconscious. So those people are, those individuals are going around like having temporal issues because of the gossip, the addition of the gossip. You know, you're not supposed to mix alcohol with medication. They're the type of person to know that people are on medication. You want some alcohol? They know. They know it causes temporal issues. You see what I'm saying now? Thieves everyone from solitude and peace. Falsify self-repute to assistance. So whenever real assistance is around, they act like, no, I got it, I got them. So they go around doing shit. And then when assistance comes for the person, oh my gosh, that person seems to be really going through it. We're just the neighborhood watch, and we're talking to all the neighbors, and we're just trying to make sure that, you know, we're all safe, and the caseworker and da 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 da. They're going around like, oh, her, the person that like they're trying to supply the drugs or whatever the fuck it is, the substance it is, or whatever the gossip is, right? Whatever it is, they're like, oh, her, don't worry about her. We got her. We look out for her around here. We look out for her around here. Meanwhile, they're the main motherfuckers trying to cause issues. That's what they do. That's the gossip. Exodus 20:16, Matthew 19:18, Surah 25:72, Bhagavad Gita 17:15, 10 evil acts for of speech. No wonder. So they're going around fucking with the bed too type shit. My bed. Trying to take pictures, trying to spread like rumors and shit like that. This shit is dumb. Yeah, like, all right. Let's finish this out. Game board. Structure situations so every move serves them, right? Game board persona. Signal interceptor persona. Takes messages meant for others to distort them. Didn't we just say that the devil knows the Bible too? So basically, they're trying to make it seem as if that, yeah, they're trying to bait people, right? Signal baiter persona. They're trying to act like it worked. Then they want to use the most infertile of energies to cause some sort of sense of guilt, right? So it's like, for example, fuck it, I'll use my cat for example. She's waiting for that bitch. That's how I know someone's been coming here, especially because she's waiting for them. She's literally waiting for them to give her something to make it easier. Literally. She came to me. I never gave her shit. I never did shit to her. She looked at me, went right back to it. Let me tell you something. My cat is an animal. You see? That, what she's displaying right there, is human behavior. Human behavior can only be what transferred to an animal. Look, she came back. Remember? Gone Girl shit. I know, you know, cats are very intelligent and all that. I wouldn't give them too much props. especially here on Earth. Now she's all quiet. So my cat and all cats, you know where the saying copycat comes from? Just like a parrot. You know, I had a parrot, right? And this is the thing. Parrots will repeat anything anyone says, right? Even if it makes sense to you, it doesn't make sense to them. They're just repeating it. That's all. They're repeating shit. They're not that intelligent. So what happens is that it's like they come into a room. Imagine if my cat wasn't a cat, it was a parrot. And they start telling their name, their social security number type shit. They start wanting to, they start talking on the phone about themselves, thinking it's safe. One day I switch on the camera, the parrot starts talking, saying that they got that and that security number. They're in that and that person. And this is, and that is where they live. Type shit. You look it up, you find out person. Wouldn't you think that someone would obviously have broken into your place? So now the problem in the whole situation, game board signal interceptor persona, is that they don't know who they really are in comparison to the people that they're attacking. So they assume, I said, they're assuming that anyone would just believe that my cat is copying behaviorisms that I performed. But why is my cat going away from me towards the door and looking for them? Ironically enough, I opened the door one time and my cat went directly to the neighbor that was talking shit about me, saying she didn't do shit, da 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 da. She smelt her scent, meaning that she knew her. My cat hasn't really met that bitch before. So tell me how that's possible. These people really think that they're doing shit, that it can't be calculated, foreseen, that it's not predictable, that as if that people are just as stupid as they are. Right now, the thought is literally around them of maybe that they're not as educated as the people who they're trying to abuse, but they're refusing to accept it. So that thought is going to blast the ever-living fuck out of them. Put them at full fucking blast. Because whatever it is that they were trying to make it seem like they had control over, which is probably their thoughts and their ideologies. Yeah, exactly. Mischievous in reverse. Yeah, exactly. They couldn't even be mischievous if they wanted to with their willpower, because that's a demonic energy. You can't premeditate mischief. You would already be mischievous. They've been premeditating, right? False navigator, see, gives directions that lead away from truth or success. They've been premeditating, swaps hope or opportunity between people for gain. False navigator persona, candle trader persona. They've been trying to act like they knew how to be as mischievous as the people that they wanted to surround themselves by, that they thought were mischievous. It's like someone is realizing now that the motherfuckers that they wanted to use against others don't even do that shit. They don't even act like that. In fact, those people are finding it real weird that they would ask. It's like, they're getting caught in. You see? They're getting caught in for something like trying to pay someone to take someone out. That's already an offense, a felony for over 20 years. They're getting caught up for that. Like, you don't even have to pay the motherfucker, but people will wait to see whether or not you will get the money to pay for it, how you'll get the money to pay for it, where you're gonna pay through, that's it. That's why they're a false ass navigator, because they can't see steps when they take it. Like I said, they can't smell their own shit. They can't look in the mirror to see their own shit covered all over their face. And then, like I said, that's the energy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say, that these people were trying to put on the collective. The same way they were coming after me, hurting me, trying to make things seem as if it was me doing it to myself, is exactly what the fuck they've been doing. Yes, and that has been a blind spot, and it's no longer a blind spot. Yeah, anchor thief persona removes a person's stability to make them easier to sway. And that's how they've been making people, or trying to make individuals or persons easier to sway. They've been trying to take ease. Remember? They want to take their time, but they don't want to do their diligence either. It's like crazy. It's crazy shit. I kid you not. It's like they want to take their time doing the crazy ass shit they're doing. Like, they want to keep doing crazy ass shit, is what I mean by that. But God isn't giving them time to do that. God gave them time to take care of themselves. God gave them time to acknowledge their willpower, to pray, to adjust to Jesus Christ. Instead, needle persona subtly provokes irritation until control is gained. And then boaster, demonic specifically, covets against others through assuming justice, hysterically competes with justice. And there it is. Didn't I say they were going around gang, 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 thinking that they were a part of some sort of, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the cops, they love me. Cops, they love me. But then behind the back, fuck that. You know what I mean? Look at that. Crazy ass shit. They really thought that they were fooling everyone. Like, they really thought. Proverbs 27:2, James 4:16, Surah 31:18, Bhagavad Gita 16:4, 10 evil acts 4 of speech. Needle persona subtly provokes irritation until control is gained. Yeah. So they think that they are okay. So there's the covetousness. Yeah, there's the covetousness. Whatever it is that they're doing to people irritates them on a spiritual level. Like, they're irritating themselves. Remember when I was saying what the Gone Girl shit? That's how they've been intercepting messages, right? Takes messages meant for others and to distort them. That's the persona. They go around thinking that they're achieving something like that, but it's not working. Not anymore, and never really did. Mischievous in reverse. Yeah, exactly. Bloodshedder in reverse. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like even serial killers are not trying to serial kill anymore now. Like, it's becoming like repulsive to them too. Like they're like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I mean. Like, God is giving people a change of heart. And so all those individuals like that are thinking like they're doing something, yeah, with the signal lantern persona, sending covert messages only insiders understand. The people who they think are insiders are actually the same people that they've already blamed for their own exile before even receiving the insider understanding. So they're assuming that the people that they're trying to steal leverage from will understand in order to now falsify messages to them, like as if that they're a little like a double spy. You know what I mean? I don't like, yeah, like a double traitor, double spy energy. Like they signal lantern sonar. Like they think that they're sending signals to one party, and then they'll run and they'll act to another party that, what'd you call it, that those people are sending signals to them, and then they like that like the stereotypical picture of the devil type shit, which is how you know that they're fucking idiots. Because it's so stereotypical, you can tell they're racist. That's how I know these motherfuckers be racist too. Because they really assume, like, they think that human nature can't be calculated. It can't be predicted. They think so because they fuck animals. They want to fuck animals. Or they want to act like they want to fuck like animals, but really they want to fuck animals. Yeah, you see how it's right in your face? Structure situations so every move serves them, right? So that's the game board energy. And it's through the bait layer persona. Leaves tempting opportunities designed to trap. I shit you not. So now let's say I'm the one who now touched everything to put everything back, right? Then it's my hands that are dirty, right? Mind you, I washed my hands so much it's starting to peel on the edges. I use sanitizer, water so much, sanitizer so much. Mind you, like the only reason I would stop cleaning an area is when I know for a fact that someone is trying to touch it. I would just back away and watch. I would just sit and watch. Legit, I would sit and watch. I'll wait. I'm like, it's crazy how I haven't touched that shit for a week now. And it's changed positions at least 10 times. I'll just sit and watch. These people don't know that whatever psycho they think they are, God can be even more psycho. My cat agrees. Double confirmation. Candle trader persona. Swaps hope or opportunity between people for gain. Right? Anchor thief persona, false navigator energy, needle persona, subtly provokes irritation. Yeah. All of that to be a signal interceptor. To try and, yeah. Yeah, that's all the same fucking cards. Let me clear this out. There it is. So, chain switcher persona replaces one dependency with another. So the control never ends. Oh, my cat. See how she's snitching? So basically, it's not the same catnip or not the same supplier. If she gets her catnip like from Trader Joe's, now she's getting it from Target. If she's getting it from Target, now she's getting it from Marshall's. If she's getting it from Marshall's, now she's getting it from Walgreens. That's what I'm trying to say. So take that as a resonates type shit. So let's say they're doing coke, right? If they're doing coke, they're taking it from one person, then they go to another person, then they're taking another person. That's how they're doing it. But let's not forget the other ways that it could imply, right? It could also mean that they're going from bad to worse. So the control never ends. So it's like someone who gives someone meth on the low or crack on the low. right? And then like tries to abuse the subtlety, the nuances, right? So for example, now I was genetically experimented on as a child so that I would so that my body wouldn't absorb any chemicals that were against my true nature. This is a real thing that I went through as a child. My body can intake high amounts and capacities of poisons and spit them out. So let's say people have been trying to put shit in my food. Don't you think someone has already tried to do that? Where do you guys think they are now? Because ain't nobody talking about them. None of these idiots have ever heard about these motherfuckers who did all this shit to me. Have they? Except for, you know, Zuckerberg, Oprah, Epstein, you know, all of them. But look how they're trying to backtrack now. Right? Diddy and shit. Signal sower persona. They try to, this is the part that's the part that failed. And they're trying to use that as the leverage. That's what they thought people were going to, yeah. That's what people were going to understand. Plant small pieces of information to grow into rumors or panic. Yeah. They thought that people would understand why they were trying to spread false information, false news. They were codependent on the fact that people would have been stupid enough, if only that they had been given a false opportunity or given any kind of real opportunity, to distribute options, knowing that they would lead to a personal advantage that they knew nothing about, which would have been other people's blessings. Yeah, and there they are, oppressor. They can't flatter anymore. They can't do shit anymore. Oppressor. Yeah, see? They're insatiable. They can't, it's not that they can't stop. They will not stop. Where's their will? They're insatiable, meaning that they've lost will. Do you understand what that means? It's more than depression. You can be in depression and still will. Some people will themselves into depression. Some people will themselves out and in and out and into depression. So I'm trying to tell y'all right now, some people deliberately, you see how it's different? Deliberately will not stop attempting to oppress. Their will is gone. They can only deliberate oppressive behavioral tactics against other people. They are sick. Honestly, personally, in my culture, we would have put them down a long time ago. But people need to learn, right? Projects own weakness at Omega. I shit you not. Remember when I was talking about alphabet? Ta. Omega is here. They, shit you not, lying about, see, there it is. They lie about being alpha. They're insatiable. They're trying to make it seem as if that God is winning through them, as if that they have no weaknesses. They're using the words like immortality. They're using words like kingdom, hope, faith. Remember when I was just talking about, yeah, and you see how they're like, oh, but I was just kidding. Yeah, no, fuck that shit. Remember how I was telling you about my friend and my friends in high school, middle school, when we were like literally like not we weren't clowning him, but we were like we just, you know what I mean? We were joking around, we are trolling. And we literally said like, yeah, we literally asked, oh my goodness. Yeah, they use words like immortality. Yep. They've been found now. What the fuck? People are going, what the fuck? Exodus 22:21 through 24. James 2:6, Surah 475, Bhagavad Gita 16:9. 3 of mind and body. Abi Shebi, they wanted to know all my business. So why wouldn't everybody else know their business? They wanted to get all up in everybody's business, wanted to oppress people, right? Yeah, they want to get into people's minds. That's what it is. They want to get into people's minds and everything like that. So why wouldn't anyone else other than them everything about them and who they are and who everything about them is and what everything they are? Like, is that simple? What the crazy part about these oppressors, and this is the part that really, like, it really shocks me the most because, like, obviously I get shocked the most by God, like in every way, like in awe and everything. But this is the part where God's awesomeness really like shocks me in a situation with these oppressors, right? And is that those individuals don't understand that whatever it is that they're linking themselves to try and attack links back to them just as much as they're trying to link to anything. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't understand that everything that they're attacking is defending itself from them. So everything that is defending itself is linked to them. You see what I mean? They're literally insatiable. They're too insatiable to, like, I don't know, like, not like, they're too insatiable to comprehend that whatever they touch is connected to them now, right? They're unable to comprehend that whatever that they commit a crime, wherever they commit a crime, however it links directly back to them because the genetic, the pattern that they are in the universe, you see what I'm saying, is unique to every being and substance. So like, just like their fingerprint, their scent, the sweat from their scent, you know what I mean? Their follicles of their hair, they're like, they're so insatiable. They're truly in the belief that, like, yeah, that's where they're at. That's the reality. I believe that whatever weakness it is that they're, wow, whatever weakness it is that people actually go through is the same as their own. That's what the message is. Like if, like I said, they really think that they're being relatable. They really, like, this is a real thing. Like, you can test it. I swear you can test it. I shouldn't swear, really. But honestly, I wouldn't not dare to try it. Like, if I were anyone, I would definitely test that spirit. And I do test those spirits, and that's how I know. It's so easy. You know, the amount of times I've walked around, I didn't even have to, just my presence would test someone's spirit. someone wouldn't know whether or not to let me in on their swinging cheater love baiting scandal because they think that I look like them. I shit you not. I look nothing like the motherfucker. But they'll go around assuming and trying to make other people make it seem like we look alike or we look the same type shit. Or as if we're the same or we're linked in any way type shit. Just so that they can make it like believable enough. So I'll be like in a situation, right? For example, like I'll be in a situation where I'm like surviving. I shit you not, I'm like surviving a situation. I'm like, oh haha, like yeah, I can't stop doing that, yo. I need to drain it. There's probably internal bleeding and shit. So I'll be in a situation where I had been in a situation where I'm surviving. Oh yeah, here it is. I have one. Oh, I remember one. So there was this pedophile, right, that wanted to buy me. There was this one pedophile that wanted to buy me, and he divorced his witch of a wife, right? And they both stayed at my apartment. That's how they knew who I am, type shit, because they didn't have a place to stay in Nigeria. So they stayed at my apartment when I was like, what, 13? And so, what'd you call it? Like, yeah. So that's when the nigga fell in love with me, type shit. That white ass nigga. So that for clarity, since y'all want to be racist, what'd you call it? So he basically divorces his wife. His wife wanted to done put a curse on me, type shit, and so he wanted to buy me off of my the I said my he wanted to buy me off of the trafficker who trafficked me into this country. And so, what'd you call it? When I was about 15, 16, he tried to give me like Molly and cocaine and shit like that, right? Which I was a strict no-no on. But he was adamant because he was like, yo, I don't know how you want me to react when someone goes, you want this? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'll be like, sure. Like, you know what I mean? I'm stuck in that motherfucker's house. I'm 15, 16. I respect my elders. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what I mean? And then like, but when it came to coke, like God really protected me when it came to cocaine, bro. The only way that he tried to get that into my system was when he literally drugged me. He literally drugged me in order to get cocaine into my system, which is exactly how I know how cocaine feels like and how bloodlust feels like. So when he would do that shit, bruh, he would take a whole bunch of pills, right? And he would do coke, and then he would be like, what's his face? You see how she's like, you see how she's acting? Those are distractions that they're trying to pull from. That's like us around this time type shit. Because I would go smoke type shit, right? So basically, he would do the Molly and the coke and shit like that, and then he would be tweaking out. We're gonna build an empire together. We're gonna have so many kids. Mind you, I'm 15, 16. Right? What else am I supposed to say? I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna have so many kids. Yeah. Exodus 22, 21 through 24. James 2, 6. Surah 475. Bhagavad Gita 16, 9, 10. Evil acts 3 of mind and body. So these, like, that's what I'm trying to say. These people don't understand. Like, people are literally waiting. Like, exactly. People can see who they are now. And like, yeah, how they're trying to build all sorts of profanity by coin flipping which is like makes decisions appear random. Yeah, by coin flipping. Like, here, is she dumb or is she dumb? Oh, she's dumb. That's the shit that they be doing, bruh. Like that's how we be saying. We've made it into a real proverb. We'll look at a motherfucker and go, "Are you dumb or are you stupid?" I shit you not. You hear that? I shit you not. Yeah. They literally mock innocence in vain. Like they mock innocence because they have nothing else to do. Everything, their life is in vain. I'm sorry to say it. But they're gonna lose their life because they've lived in vain. That's how I know. And how do I know they've lived in vain? Because attempting to destroy me, kill me, steal from me, cheat on me, trying to take away everything I own, trying to put me down, has never earned anyone anything. It's always been in vain. I mean, Satan died doing the same shit. So what makes these stupid, dumb, low vibrational human beings really think that they want to compete with Satan, with the past? They better than evil type shit. They unpredictable type shit. Yeah, they can't falsify, they can't do shit anymore. Like I said, it's in vain. Hollow crowd persona, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. We were just waiting for that shit, bruh. This is the end of the cycle. Yeah, exactly. This is like, didn't I say it goes around, comes around? Like that's their failure. Holds a visible authority? Question mark. With no real substance, but uses appearance for control. Oh. That's how you read it. There it is. Puppet master persona. Unholy, stupid, directly holding others accountable for their own actions without being seen as responsible. Or should I say, directly holding others accountable for one's own actions without being seen as responsible. You get the message. So they literally plant false evidence of crimes that they've committed to set people up for the crimes that the culprit of the crime has committed, so that the innocent people from those crimes are held accountable, seen responsible without reasonable doubt. And now people are seeing what the meaning of being unholy really is. That's stupidity. It's unholiness. Projects self-immorality as intent by perjury. Attempts to falsify ordinance. Let me explain this for the people at the back. Projecting self-immorality means that they had already had to have been seeing themselves as an immoral person. So they knew their shitty ass actions were never gonna lead them anywhere. But they made it seem like it was anyone else, like anyone else would be blind to doing shitty ass actions. So when it came back to them, they would be like, but I never did anything type shit, right? When in reality, they're literally blaming who they could have been for why they didn't become it. Isn't that fucking stupid? Thank you, God. They can't falsify ordinance anymore. The order in which things are and are not. Leviticus 27 through 8. Leviticus 27 through 8. 2 Timothy 3:2. Surah 9:108. Bhagavad Gita 16:7. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. And that's my time. Give it to God. Yeah, see? They can't do shit anymore. The gates of hell closed. Closed. And we out. And where are they stuck in? Collective? In hell. No way out. And if they thought that have you ever seen those movies where there's a trap door and they like the stupid idiots go through the trap door and then they're like, no, and then they turn around and try to go back, but the door disappears? That's what the gate just did. And they're stuck in the 8th layer too. It's a done deal, is what they try to make it seem like, right? But what did I say? It's a dunsies. Yeah, it's dunsies. They were busy trying to make it seem as if that they were the main honcho devil of the arena. They were the main bitch of the market. They the highest selling, highest value, highest, you know what I mean? They wanted to make it seem as if that they could even scheme. That's what I'm trying to say. They thought that, like I said, it's people who think that they're in control. They always think that they can maneuver what they think they can control. They don't see how karma is hitting them. They don't see how it's going, but they want to make it seem like it's the collective, it's us, by actually hurting us type shit, by actually hurting people, like legitimately lying, by committing to sin, standing 10 toes down on it. And that's where they're hopeless at. They can't scheme, but they want to attract scheming ass energy. But they don't want the scheming ass energy to scheme against them. Remember when I talked about that demonic ass energy? Take it away, God. It's over. 3:28:38. See ya. Bye.